Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, to my impressions video of the Mountain Pony Equestria Girls movie, the worst movie ever made. No, I'm just kidding. It's actually a pretty good movie. We'll say that now. But before we do actually get on the actual impressions, I gotta ask Calamity a question that I didn't get to ask him because, well, I think I technically did, but I didn't really. Because last time I did the first impressions, it was with Haxie. This time it was with Calamity. So go and say hello before I ask a question.
Hi, hello, I'm Calamity.
Oh well, but what was your first impressions?
Okay, yeah, I said hello.
What was your first impressions of Equestria Girls before you got to watch the full movie?
Okay,
and don't put me in it.
I was like, no, I'll keep you out of this. Yeah, before I watched it, I was like, I went into the whole thing like with this preconception that I don't know what I'm doing. Why am I even watching this? You know, there's so many other things I could be doing right now. I said, okay, fine, let's just get it over with. Let's start watching the movie. And yeah, that was before I watched the movie. That was the mind frame that I went into this whole thing.
Well,
I don't know if that answers your question.
Well, yeah, that was pretty much me as well, except the fact that I was going to watch the movie just having really low expectations. You know, I remember like one time you sent that sort of that text dump from Equestria Daily and why like they're doing this, and the way
explanation. Yeah.
I remember like the way he said it to me. He was basically like, I know you hate this, and I was like, when did I say I hate it? You're the one who hates it, and all that sort of stuff. I was like, okay, then I might as well read this reasoning then. And the reason being why they're doing this, in case any of you out there living under a rock, well, it's something to do with they're competing with another company. I can't remember who the other company is. Was it? Oh, what's their name?
Yeah. Just to sum it all up, we're not going to say the company name, but just to give you an idea, it's like Barbie doll is taking over the US, so Hasbro in fact needed a doll in the US to sell this little girl. Exactly, so they were whoring out little ponies in human form just to get something sold. You know, that was the conception that I had in the beginning. Like, you know, this is just to make a quick buck out of selling, you know, what we love and treasure and respect, but yeah, I'll explain more later.
Got a question. Have you seen the Equestria Girls dolls?
I've not seen any. No.
Hey, look, to me, I saw one of them. I was like, what the hell is this? It looked horrible.
Yeah, exactly. My reasoning is they can't even pull off a decent Twilight Sparkle doll. What to say a bloody one in human form? I mean, guys, this is very challenging, but yeah, do this.
Oh, what are you gonna do about Calamity? Come on, then.
Yeah.
Come at me, bro. The story to me was quite surprising. It was surprisingly good. Let me put that in another English term. It wasn't. You know, as some of you might know, this takes place in a high school in the human world, or human-ish world, I'd rather say. Actually, now I think about it. And Twilight just has to retrieve this lost crown that this dickhead got her hooves and hands on. I'm saying hooves and hands because, as you know, humans have hooves. I mean hands. So yeah, even for like a sort of high school sort of movie, it wasn't like any sort of like this girl has a crush on this boy and stuff like that, and all this bullshit happens. No, not much of that happens. And say not much because there is an element of boyfriend and girlfriend there. But fortunately, it's not the main focus. Thank you.
Yeah, but sorry to interrupt you, but what really was the selling point of this whole movie was they know Brodies are gonna watch this, and they know that they're going to be pissed off. So now you haven't watched any My Little Pony for the last 2 months, and all of a sudden you see a movie. So what they did is they first show you the pony versions. You know, everyone you love and cherish. You see the main 6. You start feeling that love again, you know, and all barriers that you have against this movie just slowly degrades, just seeing them in the beginning, and that already made you like, oh, okay, I can forgive this. And what's nice is when they actually went to the high school they didn't just break it up and say, listen, okay, fine, F you, this is all humans now. They still showed you the ponies in the fandom, you know. You won't know about these ponies if you weren't in the fandom, because they showed Picture Perfect there, they showed Vinyl Scratch there. I haven't seen Octavia, but I'm sure, Jack, you probably saw Octavia somewhere, because you're good like that. Yeah. But like I said, they showed you all these ponies, even the Cutie Mark Crusaders in human format. So you know that, you know, even though they're human, they're still there. So it's not like, oh, okay, humans in your face, you don't know everybody, it's only Twilight Sparkle.
Yeah,
so I think that was the biggest selling point. And yeah, and like you said, it's not a high school movie where it's all love and date. That was kept to a minimal. I mean, the amount of love and affection that you saw between opposite sex was like 5 minutes. If you count it all, the scenes that was actually in the rest of the movie was only friendship, straight from the beginning. I think in that way, it's not really a high school film.
I'm just glad that the main six and probably a few other characters, but like, you know, Cutie Mark Crusaders and all, they still retain their personalities in the pony world.
Yeah.
Which would it cause a paradox that went to the pony world?
Yeah. And what was very awesome is that they showed Trixie. I mean, when
that was hilarious. That was awesome.
I had a heart attack, to be honest, when she said, "I'm the great and powerful Trixie." I was like, "Oh my word, this is so awesome!" You actually went and gave her a flippant voice in Equestria Girls. That was very good. They don't
give Vinyl Scratch to Octavia one. Oh wait, Octavia wasn't in this. Fuck.
Yeah, I was hoping that maybe you'll tell me like, nah, screw you, Calamity. I saw her. It's over there somewhere in a small minute corner that's only be saw by a microscopic pixels.
I would have seen it, but I wish just for the fandom, just like a moment of, just wish there was a moment of Vinyl Scratch and Octavia dancing. But the problem is that, well, first of all, Octavia is not even there. Second of all, Vinyl Scratch is just spinning the disc thing for vinyl. Yeah.
Vinyl Scratch. They made them remove Vinyl's flipping eyeglasses. That was like, oh yes, now we can see the eye color, and we can judge you.
We saw that.
That was awesome.
In that one episode, in season 2's finale, we saw it there.
Yeah. In season 2 finale, you see it, but now you get to see it in human form as well, the same color. So they got that right. It's not all of a sudden
no raving colors surrounding Vinyl, so we can get a better view. So that's
exactly.
The villain's name.
That does away with the whole debate. The thing's name.
Sorry.
Hello.
What? No, I was going to say.
Yeah, you were going to say.
The villain's name is no Sunset Shimmer. I'm sorry, there's like 3 S's in there in their name. And how do you? What do you think of as a villain? What do you think of as a villain?
What
do you think of Sunset?
It's not very good. It didn't sell as a villain, to be honest. It's not like I know what they were trying to do, but
I didn't see threat in her, but she's a dick. It's a bit like Dr. Eggman.
Yeah, she's a bit of an arse, but you don't get that feeling like, you know, this looks like an evil pony, this looks like a shallow bitch. It didn't work for me on that character design that they made for her. It could have been better, but it was still brilliantly pulled off, to be honest. The fact that she made
sorry.
If that's... I was gonna say, like, I understand why they choose those colors, because in the end, I don't know if I should give spoilers or not, but what she became in the end, it makes sense. The color scheme, yeah.
There's one thing that surprised me. Snips and Snails, spoilers, are actually like helping Sunset, and I'm surprised about their roles.
Yeah.
They're much darker in this movie than like any other time we've seen them. And we've seen them in like in the actual show, in the normal show, they're just like young idiots. No offense to them, but you know, but in this movie,
they just appreciate Trixie, yeah.
But in this movie, just like
in this movie,
oh my god, they can do that. They have phones as well. What the hell? Now that I think about
it's really cool.
And now that I think about it, high school is for like, you know, for teenagers and all. So how are the Snails and Snips in this case? Because I thought they were much younger.
Yeah, and even Apple.
Oh yeah.
And the Cutie Mark Crusaders. Why are they there?
Yeah. Well, I guess
yeah.
I guess it's not just a high school. They just divide it in. They just call it a high school because it's mostly high school. They just divide it into. It was the story is pretty much the story is pretty basic stuff, really. Can't really say much about it.
No, it's not. I have to argue with that. It's not a basic story. The subliminal messages that Hasbro put in that story, and you can go ahead, and everyone can go ahead and tell me, you know, Calamity, you're talking shit out of your ass, but there's so many subconscious messages they put in that movie based on the fandom. You'll notice, first of all, let me start by the Cutie Mark Crusaders viewing their stuff on YouTube. On your right hand side, you'll have to notice this. On the suggestions on YouTube, there was lots of furries there. You know, it just goes to show this whole fandom. So they wanted to, you know, thank the bronies and uploading their stupid music shit. It sounds like crap, but they appreciate it. And,
I know.
When Rarity gave out the...
I noticed it was YouTube reference,
yeah,
but I couldn't tell what was there. I just laughed because it was YouTube.
Yeah, but you'll see there's lots of furries, anthropomorphic foxes and those things on the right hand side in the suggestions panel. And also when Rarity gave out the ears and the tails, you know, that's BronyCon for you. If that's not anything else, that's BronyCon. I mean, dressing up like ponies, you cannot have a better reference than that. So I think this was Hasbro was definitely catering for bronies as well as the 7-year-old girls. And like that black guy commenter thingy that you sent me, when he was doing the whole Equestria Girls thing, you know, he was amazed that a 7-year-old girl at the whole presentation didn't even know the names of 2 main 6 characters, while the other brony next to him was a bloody old man, knows all the flippin' ponies. Seriously.
Who was this again?
So it just goes you. You know that nerd interview guy that you linked me to on Skype?
No, I can't remember.
Yeah, I'll link it back to you.
Yeah, it's send it to me a bit
later. I still have that
link. Okay, cool. When did I send that? Like a few days ago?
No, 2 days ago.
Well, I forgot. Okay then. Well.
Yeah.
Well, you know, but you know, those are just fan things. It's not exactly tied in with the plot. It doesn't really matter much. Just fan service. Otherwise, it's primary. I still think it's primarily like to do with like Twilight, as well as just like trying to get her other human friends together. It's also trying to find this crown. Yeah,
but also if you think about it, what they achieved was amazing, because you think that, okay, now Twilight is in human form, all of a sudden it's like, screw this, but they make you fall in love with the personality, not the character. And I think that's what they managed to achieve in this film. You see them in different shapes, but that love for the personality is still there. The basic traits is there, the sprouts on Applejack's there. You still love the personalities of each character, even though they look different. I just think they should have done a better job on Celestia and Luna. I don't think those things were very correspondent with their pony form. But yeah,
I hate those designs. I hate those designs so much.
Yeah, definitely.
They look like everyone else looks okay. You know, Trixie looks okay, Twilight and Co look okay, and then it goes to Celestia and Luna like, what the hell am I looking at? And also Chili, I don't like her design. This is my opinion.
Yeah.
I hate the lipstick.
All the old maids screwed up. Yeah.
There's mainly only one real issue I have with the entire movie. It's like a few scenes that seem a bit rushed. I can think of two moments where the movie seemed a bit rushed. One of which is when I think his name was Flash Century. He tries to get Twilight out of trouble. I think it just happened all too quickly. Like, okay, Sunset is trying to get Twilight in trouble. Okay.
Yeah.
A few moments later, I got proof that Twilight isn't the cause of this.
It's like the suspension was still building. They could have at least sacrificed another day. Twilight moping around, doesn't know what the flippin' hell to do.
Also,
instead of just this guy popping in and saying, "Hey, I found the photos. You're saved." Final Fantasy reference.
I also find it hilarious how like Twilight managed to get her other 5 friends back together in the span of like, say, not even 5 minutes. I think maybe a bit more than that actually.
Oh, fuck if it even was. Yeah.
Well,
yeah, that was very fast.
I was like, what?
Yeah, it's like everybody comes to the same room at the same time. They only went after Rainbow Dash.
And also, Twilight before the final fight scene, the final fight scenes, like it started way too easily. Oh no, Spike's being captured. Fuck.
Yeah.
Like,
and then it's like, you can go home now. But you know, it's funny that you mentioned that scene. What was funny for me was that when they threw the crown, Spike's the only flippin' one running after the bloody thing, being chased by Snips and Snails. The rest of the 5 girls are standing there like, okay, yeah, let the dog go. Run after the flippin' thing, asshole! Don't look at the bloody dog.
Oh god. I actually do like the design of Spike as a dog in this. I also love that.
Yeah, that was.
Do you remember near the end of the film when one guy said like, "Did that dog just talk?" I just love his voice because it reminds me of Vector from Sonic the Hedgehog because how his voice is horrible, but it's hilarious because of it. Did that dog just talk? Wow, weird.
But his reply was the best. I don't think I'm gonna spoil it.
Yeah, okay.
But you know what I think? The first time I saw the Flash guy, I was like, yeah, this is Soren, and then they say his name, and it's like,
I'm gonna stop
there.
Who
the hell are you?
That to me, he looks nothing like Soren. I'm going to say that now. He looks nothing like Soren. His coat color is not even the same color as Soren. That'll tell me instantly that he's not Soren, and God forbid if it is.
Well, sorry, I rage quitted 5 flippin' seconds in the trailer. I was so pissed off about this movie. It's not even fun.
There was this one person who did this. There was a comic on. It was on Tumblr and DeviantArt, I think, but I don't know what it's called because I found the comic a bit stupid. It was basically it's like a what if scenario if Flash Sensory went back to the pony world of Equestria, like at the time we didn't know his name, and when they entered, it turns out the boy was Spike. Not Spike, Gummy.
Oh dear.
I was like, what?
Oh dear, that's not.
I was like, no, I'm gonna pass on that joke. It's not very funny to me. I remember having a discussion with Haxie, like, okay, so ponies become humans, dragons become dogs. So what does everything else become? Oh no, we can have this discussion another time, 20 years from now, when we forget about this.
Yeah.
What do you think of like the humor of this movie? Because I think it's on par.
Humor wise,
I think it's on par with a normal March episode for the most part.
Well, I have to say that this is the first movie I've watched this whole damn year where I didn't once stop smiling. It's like hing all the way. I had a heart attack the whole movie. I'm sorry. It was just too cute.
Yeah, like
every damn thing.
I'm gonna quote what Calamity said earlier on about what he thought of the film. I can find it. He said, quote unquote, that movie was God's tentacles in a jar. And then he said he got hard on from it for the whole 1 hour and 20 minutes. I was like, what? I couldn't exactly tell if that was a good thing or bad thing, because for all I know, tentacles could have smacked you in the face. But yeah.
No, it was testicles.
Oh, sorry, my bad. I misread it because of my bad horrible reading skills. Never mind. Pretend I didn't say anything.
Don't say that. Yeah.
Pretend I didn't say anything. So for like we kind of brought up before, design of humans are Twilight and Cola okay. Celestia, Luna and Chili look horrible in my opinion, and probably Calamity's. Yeah. That's really about it. Because I do like the amount of cameos they had. I don't think I recognised every single one that came by. We recognised some of the the familiar faces, like the Cutie Mark Crusaders, Trixie and Co and stuff like that. I didn't recognise every single one. I don't think.
I'll have to agree with you. There were a lot of ponies you don't recognize that I've never seen before.
It kind of reminds me of Wreck-It Ralph. Like in Wreck-It Ralph, like there's like, oh look, there's that video game character there and there, there. And this one is like, oh, I can find this pony right here. Ooh. It's kind of like that, but you know, this is not video game. This is the world of.
But what I love about
yeah,
and what I loved about the movie was way at the end where they brought everything together, pony and human, make it one big anthropomorphic fuck up. not that it's a bad thing, but it just caters for that whole anthropomorphic feel.
Yeah, I actually really like these sort of designs for the half human, half pony sort of designs. Like, I still don't think it beats this guy I'm gonna send you right now that no one in the video will be able to see. But like, I like the concept of having their hair is still their tail. Their tail's still their hair. I don't know how I say it. But it's just like, you know, their hair just grows. I'm like, okay, well, it's a nice idea at least. It needs to reach, at least it reaches the area where their tail would be, which is pretty cool stuff. I do like that idea.
Yeah, it was a very good concept.
Yeah,
very good.
Now we just need to make a second movie of it. Question mark? Will it be good?
No.
One thing that Haxie, not Haxie. One thing that some people on Tumblr, I'm not sure if Haxie did bring up actually, is first of all, why are there so many skirts for the girls, and second of all, the coating color is not flesh colored like real humans, and they had to keep the coating color. So why?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure. You're not.
At first, it looks weird. Yeah, but like I said, at first it looks weird, but they still don't want to deviate too much and give each and every one their own unique skin color, because what's going to happen is people will go and say, oh, you made Twilight look like this. Obviously, now that you made Twilight a bloody Indian, now you're racist or something. So I understand why they did the whole skin color, you know, with their unique coat colors. Hey?
You said that, the racist, like, how's that being racist? I don't know.
No, you won't believe this fandom we're in. If you go and make, let's say, Rainbow Dash Asian, you make Pinkie Pie Caucasian, you make Twilight Sparkle Indian, people are gonna rage about that. Some people don't want Twilight Sparkle to be a bloody Indian, they want them to be black or white or something that line. You know, you can't go ahead and pick a race for each and every one, because you have to cater for everybody, and obviously the best way to do that is to stick with the pony colors. So understand 100% why they did that. Yeah.
I was also kind of wrong. I think I recall saying in the first impressions video that I don't remember seeing Twilight with wings. Twilight does have wings. And when she goes into her Super Saiyan form at the end of the movie, she gets her wings, and I think she gets her horn back. So yeah, have we really touched upon the Flash Sentry character, like himself? We only discussed. We only talked about him. We haven't actually said anything about him. We don't get to see him.
Yeah, but he only got like 5 minutes screen time. That's
you know, he seems like a nice guy, but we don't get in. We haven't really seen much, and I can't say it's as offensive as say L.A. Noire when Cole Phelps just suddenly goes for that German junkie whore. I can't remember her name. But the thing is that you know, Twilight falls for him, but you know, like we discussed before, it's not like a focused on in the entire movie. Haxie and I did fear like
that's the best part of it.
Haxie and I did actually fear like okay, I really hope that this movie is not like every time Twilight has trouble she's gonna go back to him, because I'm gonna hate that completely. It's just gonna be like one of those, you know, high school movies. Like, no.
Yeah, you don't want a Twilight film with Twilight in it. It's not gonna work.
Yeah, he also doesn't seem sad
at all.
He also doesn't seem sad at all that Twilight's leaving. He doesn't. I don't think we get to see anything.
It's like, yeah, that was a cheap fuck. No. But that's what I love about this movie. It's not about him. It's not about love. It's not all about that high school shit. It's all about Twilight going, getting a fucking crown, making friends that side, turning the evil villain into a flippant friend of her human friends, and then going the fuck back. That's what it's about. Not about making love to some weird guy in some weird flippant dimension.
Here's another problem I have. I mean, like, high school is full of teenagers, and Twilight was originally Pony. I'd normally imagine it, and just based off my school, I'd imagine that when like, okay, I'm a pony from another world, yada yada yada, and then everyone would just go, ha, because it seems realistic, don't you think? Teenagers. No?
Yeah. In a sense. I just think that it doesn't really bridge the gap for Twilight, because obviously I'll assume that in Equestria, Twilight was already a full-grown mare. She wasn't even a Twilight, a teenage Twilight. Yeah, and then all of a sudden she goes to a high school, and all of a sudden she's got this teenage mentality. So I don't know where her personality degraded. Maybe it didn't. Maybe she's always like this, or she never had that love experience before. And I think that's true. I mean, the first time Twilight actually had that opposite gender experience is in this movie, with the Flash dude.
Yeah.
That's the first time you ever saw Twilight blush for opposite sex. This will obviously screw out a lot of lesbian shippings.
Oh no.
Lots of guys will go like, oh, well, there goes my idea. So much for a Flutter Twi or something in that line.
Damn it, my Pokemon fanfiction is ruined. One thing I realized is that...
Exactly. That mentality.
One thing I did realize is that the place is still called Canterlot, which is a bit odd because cantering is something to do with horse, and this is the world of humans. So wouldn't this be called something like Walk-a-lot? I don't know, you come up with a better name than me.
Yeah, you see, the high school's name was Canterlot High School.
Yeah.
CHS.
Yeah. So
it makes sense.
Yeah. I don't know, you can't call it Walk-a-Lot High School because that sounds stupid. I do like... I've got a question before I move on to what I was going to say. What's your favourite song out of the bunch? Or like, just like name the first, second or third song or something like that.
Yeah, my favourite song would definitely have to be the Make Some Noise. I want to sing along.
Was it the one in the canteen? When they're trying to promote Twilight. Yeah,
in the canteen.
Yeah, that one's called Equestria Girls.
I want to sing along to this shit.
Yeah, it's my favorite as well. You can find the lyrics online in that one Wikipedia thing. But yeah, it's also my favorite song. It's just pretty catchy. I'm sure it's also composed by Daniel Ingram. If it is, then fuck him for being such a good musician. Okay. Fuck him.
If not, well, fuck him anyway.
fuck all the stuff of Hasbro and Mads Pony. They do too good stuff. They had it good for too long. But yeah, and not like every other song is bad. It's just I just think every song, this song.
No, it's just that one stands out more.
Yeah. Because
they didn't make the whole thing about songs. There was like
moment.
4 songs in the whole movie.
There's like 4 or 5 songs in the entire movie. I think there's about 5 actually. Yeah. When I read the wiki. I forgot what I was gonna say. Never mind.
Sorry.
Never mind. What do you think of the references that were made in this movie? I actually did like most of the references they made. I mean like that are actually canon to the show, not reference to the fandom.
Yeah, like. Yeah. Oh, yes. Yeah. Not reference to the fandom.
No, like for example, that's a
hard one.
That's not very hard. Like one of the ones that stood out to me was when Fluttershy was trying to introduce herself to Twilight, and that whole fiasco. Do you not remember that first episode of Master Money Friends with Magic?
Oh yeah. Oh, you mean in reference to what we know about the show?
The actual show.
Okay, yes. Yeah. And I understand the whole thing about that. And even when she met Pinkie Pie, it was like, oh! And the whole thing is just very amazing how they pulled it off. And obviously, when they showed this to 7-year-old girls, 6-year-old girls, they're not gonna catch that reference. I mean, half of the show they won't bloody understand. And this was obviously... and I think I have to give credit to Hasbro, and I really appreciate them making this movie now. It's because even though they did it for, getting some competition out there and promoting their stuff over Barbie doll, it's still, there for us to see as bronies and say, yeah, you know what, we appreciate what you did, and we can see that you saw us and you went and you checked out all our submissions, all our Deviant stuff, all our videos. You know, we are a big community, and you know, we are the reason that My Little Pony gets promoted all over the bloody internet.
And also,
so they definitely did see us. Yeah, they didn't make this for little 7-year-old girls to go like, yeah, mom, I want the doll, I want the doll. No, fuck that shit.
I don't
Not
get
what
dolls.
it's about.
I might get action figures because Alex did get one, but not sold around my area, which is a bit depressing. Oh well, my life's...
Yeah, but that's Alex. He likes to play with them.
Do you really hate him that much?
Anyway. No, I never said that. Where did I ever say I hated him?
Sometimes you imply it. Sometimes it implies that you like him as much.
Hey guys, that dislike some games that he brings up as references. Anyway, moving on to My Little Pony.
Equestria Girls, not the song, the movie.
Yes.
Why is this movie share its name with that song? I mean, it's a good cover. Well, like, I mean, what do you call it when they change the lyrics of a song?
Yeah. I have no idea.
You know, my biggest problem still stands in this movie is that the movie's called My Little Pony, but this is called, like, you might as well be called My Little Human in this movie.
No, not at all. It's still about you. It's still about the ponies.
Fortunately, yeah, I know, but it doesn't matter. It's like the fact that like ponies are pretty much omitted from this entire film. Fortunately, the film was good enough by me to completely. I actually nearly forgot about that whole thing. Like, okay, that problem I just stated, I nearly forgot about throughout the course of the movie because the movie was actually pretty good. There you go.
No, but like I said, it's not like, okay, all of a sudden all reference to pony dies along with it.
No, not
because like I mentioned before, the moment you go to the high school, all the ponies are there. Everybody dresses up like ponies. All over the bloody walls, there's like hooves and horse figures, and you still get that this is in a pony themed high school. They don't reference it that way, but it's still there. And you know, the whole thing is based off the pony universe going to the human universe and then going back to the pony universe. So the actual universe is the pony universe. The made-up dimension is just the human.
Ah, my head.
We don't exist in this.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm done talking.
Okay. I was gonna ask something that I was reading some of the reviews on Wikipedia, and one of the things that caught me is that because now it's from ponies to humans, they're saying that they're over-sexifying them. But you know, I don't agree with that, only because, you know, this is no Japanese.
Who the fuck said that?
I don't know, some reviewer.
No.
I mean, this is no Japanese manga or anime.
Yeah, I've seen enough hentai in my life to know that that is not even close to Japanese anime. Thank you very much. Kala didn't even have boobs.
I'm not saying this is close to Japanese anime. What I'm getting at is the fact that this is nowhere near.
I understand what you mean.
There's nowhere near sexual to me. It's not like we get any upskirt shots.
They don't even look bloody human, if you ask me. First of all, the legs is out of proportion. The long legs.
The legs out of proportion. Worst movie ever. Don't watch it.
No.
Oh, so you actually don't want to watch it. But also, so you know, everything about this film is on par with a normal My Little Pony episode, like the animation and stuff like that. No. There's not many signs of like.
Disagree.
There's not really many signs of actual 3D. Like I'm talking more about the I'm trying to compare this a bit more to the Pokemon movies, where there's more 3D in the movies than the actual show itself. But this one is more 2D, like the actual show. There's one moment, like, do you remember the disco ball somewhere near the end? Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember that one.
That was actually pretty cool. Like,
yes, that was good.
The way it looks, and then like it was reflecting off lights and like that, and then the camera shifts downwards, and all the lights that are being reflected on the walls just complete circles of a complete 2D. Like, okay, never mind.
Yeah.
But you know,
that's
not really a problem. It's just, you know, something. So you know, yeah, that's what it actually. So that's all for that impression side. Would you recommend this movie?
Like I said, you can go with the worst hate ray, switch on. If you were watching My Little Pony straight from season 1 to season 3's end, and you have to watch this, you can go in with as much hate as you want. The moment you see Twilight again, it's like, Jesus fuck, have I missed you. It's like the moment you see Twilight with her wings, and yeah, I did hate Twilight for having wings, but that's the magic about all of this. When they showed Twilight now, she didn't want wings, she didn't want a flippin' crown. It's not like, okay, now I'm queen, now I've got wings, so fuck you all. It's like she's very humble, she's very, very humble, and she doesn't want this. And at the end, she, when she went through all of this, she realizes, you've got responsibility now, and even though you have wings, it's better than other things. So it's not like people went and said, yeah, Twilight, blah 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 blah, now you're all high and mighty. It's not at all like that. That's what I love about this movie. It just does away with all those hate that we slandered her with. And I'm not saying all ponies hated it, but there were a bloody hell lot that says like, oh, Twilight, fuck you for having wings. You just ruin everything for everyone. Yeah, I'll
say now that Twilight having wings was never a problem for me. It was more of that episode that was just horrible to me. I just hated it. I didn't like the writing. It was boring.
Yeah.
So fucking boring.
And that's why I said, I can't agree with you that the movie was on par with the My Little Pony episodes, because for the last bloody season, nothing was good. Sure, there were like 1 or 2 exceptions in a specific episode, but that was it. This movie was definitely better than all of the whole bloody season 3.
Yeah, like it's like the way I look at it, it's like basically like season 3. Like you said, pretty much like the last half of it was like abysmal. Like, okay, this is getting boring. It's not like I was exiting the fandom or anything like that. It's just like it was getting really boring. And then
you don't feel the magic anymore.
Yeah, I don't feel the sunshine anymore. And then I see the trailer for this. That was a Sonic reference. I see a trailer for this, and then I'm thinking through my head like saying like, okay, this looks stupid, and then another side of me saying I'll give this a chance because I'm something. And when the second trailer came out, I actually got a bit more hyped for the movie. My expectations were still low. Then I go in to watch this on my laptop, and I was surprised on how good it was. So, yes, I do.
Yeah, and I mean,
I do like the movie,
can agree with me because I got. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I said, you can agree with me. The versions we watched, it was a flippin' cam in a bloody movie that someone took. But even though we had the shit quality, we still appreciated it. Now imagine if you had to see that in full HD, 1080p. Oh my word!
At least we could hear it clearly. We don't have to worry about any like loud laughs or any like babies crying that loud.
Yeah, I have to say the quality of the sound was very good.
Yes, but it wasn't like it was punning.
But it's things like this that Hasbro should not complain about, because if they don't want to show it in my country, then fuck you. I will get someone somewhere out there is a spy pony that's gonna cam the shit and put it on a torrent. Or just take the DVD, rip it on a torrent, because you obviously don't want to sell it in my country, so fuck you, I will pirate your shit. I'm saying this on YouTube and for everybody. I will pirate your shit if you don't make it available for me. Fuck you.
Apparently the multi-pony Pokemon is not even aired in the UK. I think. So I think what I've read, I don't think the show even aired. So to me, for me, that makes 2 movies I want to get on a CD or disc or something like that. First one is Wreck-It Ralph, because I still haven't got that. Second one is this movie. Probably.
But like I said, how are you supposed to get it if it's not even being shipped to your bloody country?
We got the internet.
Exactly my point. So don't bitch if we torrent your shit. Don't. Just don't.
Sorry, I was thinking something. Was that a rhyme or what?
No.
No, it wasn't.
But stuff like this should be shown in North Korea. They will have less missiles and less fighting. I can guarantee that.
That's a very good hypothesis, dude. Let's see in the near future. But that's pretty much.
Bomb everyone with Rainbow Dash.
Rainbow Dash will cause oh, never mind. Will cause World War III. And Hitler will rise from the graves.
Yeah.
Kicking off a new Call of Duty game. Fuck. Fucking hell, I hate that series. But that's pretty much about it.
But yeah, this movie was definitely good.
If you were to rate it out of 5 stars, what would you rate it?
Fuck 5, make it 10.
Okay, whatever then. I'd say 5 out of 5 stars. I think. Well, maybe not 5 out of 5 stars. I'd probably say 4 out of 5 stars. I don't think this movie is in any way perfect. But there you go.
Piss off. Oh, I'm sorry. That's your opinion.
You piss off. I have my own opinion.
I'm joking.
I know you're joking.
That's why I said that's your. I'll definitely give it 10 out of 10.
One thing.
I don't care how many flaws.
One thing I really do not hope that most bronies are going to have in their minds when they're watching this film is that Twilight's going to enter the human world. Of course, it's going to be horrible, and then even if it's actually a good movie, they're saying in their head, their head just going to battle it out of them, saying that no, it's a world of humans, not ponies, so it must be horrible. I hope no one thinks that. I seriously hope no one thinks that.
Yeah.
You're probably.
Definitely.
I'll probably say now you're actually missing something. You're missing quite a bit by not watching this movie if you're a brony. Actually, it's odd though because I didn't expect it. It's like it kind of reminds me of Maria's death in Sonic Adventure 2. Like the ending of that film, it nearly, not nearly, kind of, not really actually. As if I was in my head shedding a tear or something like that. But you know, still, it was quite sad stuff. I'm not sure about you.
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
Twilight. No, I agree.
What's another thing about it? What's another thing about it? Going back to the whole story thing, there was spoilers. There's one moment when Sunset tries to break the portal between the human world and pony world. That's not going to do anything because you know it's a portal. Portals you can go through, so it doesn't matter if you smash the portal because the portal's still there. You might accidentally throw your hammer.
Yeah, I also thought about it.
You might accidentally throw your hammer.
I was thinking.
You might actually drop your hammer. Like you let go of the hammer as you hit it because it's a corner. I don't know, and it might the hammer just comes back through the mirror and just hits a pony in the face. In fact, what are the ponies doing?
Exactly.
In fact, what are the ponies doing as they're just standing there? Like, are they having like loads and loads of tea and coffee as they wait?
Yeah, it makes no sense.
Now, all we need.
What's good is
Sorry, go ahead.
So what was good is I think Twilight knew that even though she tries to smash it, it'll just go through. So that's why she said, "Yeah, go ahead, try it." You're obviously an idiot.
Stop trolling me, Twilight. But like you know, we don't know what the ponies were doing throughout the entire 1 hour and 20 minutes. So now Hasbro has to make a side story that is coming from the main 5 views from the pony world.
Yeah, what did they do? You can't tell me they were all parking there, staring at each other, flipping for 3 days,
playing their Nintendo DSs and Wii's and
that just doesn't make sense.
And they're also hyping for the next Smash Brothers game. Because Smash Bros is an awesome series, and I want to get a Wii U now just so I can get that fucking game. Mega Man's in it. There's no Final Fantasy character. I apologize, but Mega Man's in it. Mega Man's in it. Oh my god.
Well, yeah, well, I can't really blame them for not putting any Final Fantasy characters in there as of late.
Oh well.
Yeah.
That's pretty much about it for the Equestria Girls impressions. We're just being a bit random at the end now. we go from.
No. One last thing. One last thing.
If it's about Pokemon, no.
Can you say best movie ever?
You can. You just did. So.
Yes. Now, all 1,600 people watching this, please do the same. After the beep. Beep.
Woo.
Well done.
What? Oh well. Okay, let's stop the bullshitting now. I think we should end it here. So I'm Gamefreak DX and this is Calamity. And in case I haven't had him enough times on my YouTube channel, go and check out his art. It's horrible. I mean, it's really good stuff. My art is shit. You don't have to look at my one.
Yeah.
And I don't know what's going on anymore. Have a good time, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you see the film and don't bitch about it or something like that.